So today we'll be talking about some of the practical use cases where AI and GenAI have been useful on the web, especially when you're delivering your images and videos and at scale. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you a little bit about ImageKit. So I'm pretty sure that you've used apps like Swiggy, Zepto, Basket. All of these companies are using ImageKit to deliver their media and videos. And they use it for resizing everything, especially optimizing all the images on the fly. So they don't have any complicated pipeline. They just use ImageKit, and everything's simple. I'll showcase you how that happens. Okay, so in the last few months, we've heard about the different models that ChatGPT, Gemini, and these guys came up with, and these are incredible at generating images. And I'm pretty sure that you guys used the Ghibli trend that we had recently. And yeah, so these models are great, but when it comes to using these at scale, and when you already have a lot of images on your platform, like you have a marketplace which has user generated content where you're allowing your sellers to list their products and put their images there, but you also want your website to look good for your customers so that it appears consistent. That is very difficult to do with these. You can't go ahead and upload your product onto ChatGPT and tell it to generate a variation without it modifying the product. Okay, so that's where we'll talk about. We are going to cover 5 practical use cases. The first one is consistent product images. That is mostly applicable for e-commerce. Replacing your backgrounds for new product placement. So like if you already have a couple of images that you've already done a photo shoot for, product shoot for, and you want to test something out, you want to change the background without actually hiring a designer who's going to spend hours on Photoshop or going through the entire process of shooting all of these images again in a new setting. Now that's expensive as well as time consuming. You want to quickly set it up. That's another. Then what if you have images that are on the square aspect ratio, you want to use it on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, different aspect ratios, different devices. You want to make sure it looks good on all of those. That's another. Then the fourth one is generating creatives and blog content. We'll talk about those. And finally, the most important one, combining all of these 4 features to create ads at scale. You want to use images in your ads. You want to use videos in your app. How do you do it on scale? Okay, so ImageKit. Why are we talking about ImageKit first? Firstly, it'll give you a lot of these features right in one box. You can generate images, remove background, change their backgrounds. You can add shadows into your existing images, all in one box. And not just generating, you can deliver these directly onto your web or applications. What's different? Every transformation, that is any modification you do on your image or video, everything is controlled via the URL. Let me just zoom in a little bit so that you can see. See, everything is controlled via the URL. All you need to do is update that in your DB or your code, you're done. We have automatic format and quality optimization. You don't need to worry about delivering JPEG on your phone or AWIFs or WebP. Everything's done automatically. And you can combine all of the transformations. We have more than 50 transformations that you can use to transform your images. Now, there are a lot of tools in the market that will give you these features independently. I'm showcasing it with ImageKit because I work at ImageKit. And secondly, it gives me everything at once for this demo. So let's get started creating consistent product images. I have a sample demo application here. So let's get started with the first one. So here you can see that we have 2 rows of images. They're identical. The first row is the input. Second row is the transformed image that we'll see once I apply the transformations. I'm going slow right now, but as soon as I move to the other slides, I'm going to speed up a little bit because we are on a time crunch. Okay, so I'm going to keep the mic here. Hopefully you guys can hear me out. Sorry. Yeah. So first of all, let me remove the background from these images. Okay, so I've just added a transformation there, and as soon as I click apply, the background is removed from all the images below. Now, if I open up one of the image in a new tab, you can actually go ahead and see that this is just the URL that has been updated. The original image has not been modified. This is a different URL altogether. If I remove this, I should be able to see the original image with the shadow. Okay, so we have the background that is removed. Let's go ahead and add a background into it because my website wants a gray background. So let's apply that. So all of the images, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Okay, the color is gone. But yeah, just imagine there's a white background, a gray background behind these images. I can see it over here. Try to show it to you guys like this. Okay. So what is one issue that we have right here? All of these images are different aspect ratios. You don't want your website to have layout shift, or you don't want it to look out of design. So let's do one thing. Let's resize them to 600 by 600 and width is 600 by 600, and I will call it with a crop of at max. We'll crop it to a level where it one of the dimension matches 600. That is the at max transformation. And after that, we are gonna also call add something called trimming. So that will trim out the common pixels. Let's see what happens. So now we have just the product. Now we can do anything with it. And finally, what I'll do is I'll add 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel and crop mode. I'll say pad extract, and background I'll add again gray. Oh, sorry. So now all of the images are the same size. They have that gray background we talked about. If you guys can see here, it's not visible on the projector, I'm sorry. So this is basically possible on any kind of product images that you have. And it has one subject. Even if it has multiple subjects, you can remove the background. You can do a lot of things. So this was skincare and cosmetics. Let me move on to shoes. So we have another set of images. We have different types of shoes. And let's see what happens. So we have all of the images converted with a single click because we had the transformation ready made there. So you don't need to change your transformation for anything. Like if you have a React component, you just add that string as a suffix to your URL, and it looks something like this. All you need to do is do that. Now, what if your images are on a different cloud provider? You have S3, Azure, Google Cloud, Firebase, any other. ImageKit allows you to integrate with them. You don't need to move any data. It'll give you that URL, use it, you're done with it. So, this is one of the use cases, consistent product images. Now, let's move on to lifestyle shots and product placement. So, in the previous example, we took in product, we removed the background, but not everyone wants to do that. If it's on an e-commerce portal, in a product page, yeah, that's great. What about advertisements? You can't showcase a white background or a gray background for a product. So now you want to change the background. ImageKit provides you with a feature like that, and it does not change your product. So let's go to that demo, product placement. So we have 4 images here. So these are the originals right now. So this is the original image. It's a skincare tube of some kind. I don't know what that is. And I have a prompt here that says on a picnic table next to the road. Let's see. So it has created the image. It did not change the original product. It kept the same dimensions. It added shadows. The AI was able to generate proper shadows. Not just that, reflections. Now, these kind of things, when you're working at scale, when you're trying to deliver it to your customers, these are the things that make your ad actually work. Okay. Similarly, you can put anything that you want. Now, so for example, you have shoes. on the road. Now we have on the field and with soft lighting. It took into account the lighting it had on the shoes and generated the background with that context. Now, this is fine. What about if you want stock photos, but you don't want to pay for more of them? You have one and you want a similar one, but you don't want to pay for it. There you go. Add the self checkout. Oh my God. So it is up to your imagination. The AI will try its best to keep your central product or your central subject in line and then generate out of it. And I'll show you once again. All of this controlled via the URL. The prompt is there, everything is there. You don't need to do any UI. You can bulk generate, you can use like 1,000 URLs, get these transformations done, and you're done, ready to go, ready to deploy actually. Next one, expanding the images from a landscape to a portrait. If I just showcase this picture on a black screen on a phone, it is not going to look good. It's going to have the ugly black borders. I don't like that. I want a complete image. Now that is again something you can do with ImageKit. And if I go ahead and check this out. Okay, this is the original image. Right now it's just the original image because I haven't applied the transformation. And let me actually show you what happens. We are saying that convert this image into a width of 400, 600 height and add a padding while you resize it. That is crop mode, padding, resize. And add a background red. So that image has been resized to this dimension. And you're not going to put this in. So at this point, you can just add a transformation here and call it GenFill. So the AI actually took into account the original image, generated the above and below. It took into account what pixels it needs to take as a reference and tries to keep the entire picture coherent. And what if I want to move the car down? I don't want it above. So I will just say focus bottom. It'll move the car down, generate me the entire space there so that I can create an ad out of it. And I will show you how you can create that ad directly from ImageKit, directly from your URL. You don't need a designer for that. Similarly, I have a bag right here. It's on a lakeside, and for this, I'm gonna say generate me, and this is a portrait image, and I'm saying generate a landscape image 800 by 400, similar to that, and I'm gonna remove the focus for this. And as soon as I click apply, it's created the entire thing. It's imagined what that setting would look like and worked around it. Now, this is not a 100% accuracy, but it'll get your job done 99.9 times. Okay? Because while I was testing it, I found an edge case. We try our best to avoid those, but can't. Okay. So after that, we're going to move to actually creating your images on the fly. Now, not every time you create an ad, you're like, I have these stock images. Sometimes you want to go on the internet. You're going to scour the internet, finding the right image. You can't find it. But you have an image, an idea of an image or a base image that you can create variations out of. Now, this is something you can also do here. So, for example, which one do you guys like to see first? There is leather bag on the beach, table, red sports car. Sports car? Okay. Let's check it out. So that image has been generated on the fly using a prompt in the URL. Now this is the actual URL. If I go ahead, open it, it's going to give me the same image. I'll open it 5 more times, it's going to give me the same image. It will give you the same image till you do not change the prompt or you change the file name. There are a couple of caveats to it, how it works. Everything is available in the docs. I'm not going into details. But yeah, you can use this image directly on your website. You don't need to download it, make sure it doesn't never changes. Now, just add it to your URL, add it to your marketing emails, you're done. Now, this is another image that we have. Now, every image that you generate Mostly in every model, it is a square image. Now, we need a landscape one. How do we do that? We are going to generate the image, and as soon as that is generated, we are going to say height and width, width and height. After that, the same pad resize we use. After that, general. We are going to tell the AI, once you're done generating with the image, generate me a landscape image and cover the entire padding with a generative fill transformation. You want, and that's literally the URL that you can use. And what if I say I want the athlete on the right side? Yeah, sorry, the left one was pre-baked. So the AI transformations take a while. Every AI is not like snappier. It takes a while. It takes like 30 to 40 seconds to get things done. So I've pre-baked some transformations to save time here. So we literally just moved the guy to the right. Now let's see if it's ready. Yeah, it's ready. Okay. So we have created consistent images. We have changed the background. We have created new images. We have created different, what was that? Yeah, we have expanded the image into different aspect ratios. How do we use it at scale? How do we get ads done? How do we put it on every single product? So I'm going to first show you a single ad, how it is created. So we have a picture of a bag. This can be AI generated. This can be a stock one. Right now, this is a static image that I have in my ImageKit media library. And firstly, I'll transform it with a consistent height and width. I'll add a dark gradient overlay. So as soon as I click apply, you should see a dark gradient here. Let's add a text, mega sale, and 50% off, and I'll add an ImageKit logo on top right. So once you have this template ready, all I need to do is just change my base image, click apply, and it's done. Oh, obviously the logo is invisible because the image is white. It is visible over here though. So once your template is ready, all you need to do is change your base image. You're ready to deploy anywhere. If you want different category images, you take the first image, apply this template on it, and you're done on your website, on your e-commerce portals. Here I have a set of creative galleries that is possible with ImageKit. So like we have an AI generated image, and for some reason it's showing the same one. It did make a change, it's not deployed yet. So I'll show you. So this is one image, and I'll go ahead and open this in a new tab. And okay. So, let's see. So this is another different AI generated image. The previous one had a prompt that a medium sized blue backpack with some orange handles and zipper kept on a trail in a forest. The other one, it's in a park. So this is pretty much a park. And similarly, the other one was beach sunset. Okay, this ought to be interesting. Where is it? Sorry about that. I meant to correct it. So the image is generated on the fly, and your template is applied on it. You can experiment with as much as you want. You can bring in your entire S3 bucket with like hundreds of thousands of images, apply them in a single instant just because your code in front end is adding that URL parameter in. That's it. That's how simple that is. Similarly, we have the same bag that we had in the previous demo. We're just changing the background. So we have backpack on a rock with snowy mountains. Similarly, we have on a cafe table or on a park bench. Yeah, so that's pretty much it from my end. So you guys can go ahead and check out the documentation that we provide. It is rich with over 50 plus transformations. It will get most of your work done, especially when it comes to AI. We are still working on a couple of new features that will probably show up in the next 6 or 8 months. I have committed a timeline I should not have. But yeah, we're working on it. We have video smart crop coming. So like you have a video and you can just resize it based on your subject moving. The frame will move to your subject and all of those things. We have, what else? Auto image captioning, we have image moderation, we have, yeah, a lot of things coming in. Can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, that's it.